Good evening to all. I'm really happy to be here again. Excuse me, just a minute. Salim sir, I think I given the co-host to you. You can check your audio. Okay. So now you can check, sir. Salim sir. Okay, I think he's having the problem. I will begin the session now. Good evening to all. Again, I'm going to just share my learnings and my preparations with you all. Optimizing mental health. I think we talked many inputs, and I can say that I am blessed to listen many of the presentation which was made by many of the learned members from the different universities, different institutions, and I consolidated and I have collected these information. I would like to make you to understand what I learned from other members. So that is the point I'm going to make today. When it comes to that optimizing mental health, there are many ways are there, but we are not aware about some of the activities. That doesn't mean that we are not having any idea about that. Yes, we know some of the strategy, but we may not aware that those strategies can help us to have the better mental health. Today we will come to know that. And I welcome each one of you on behalf of the Department of Psychology, American College, and all the co-associating institutions and associations, and all the co-team members and all the participants. I welcome each one of you for today's webinar session. It is about me. I'm presently heading the PG Department of Psychology at Madurai American College, and also doing the freelance teaching at different universities: Madurai Kamaraj University, Alagappa University, and Texas American University. This is about me academic credentials, and the pictures which I used in these presentations are taken from the Google image search. And if you found that some of the things which were not given the credit, please let me know. I will include the credit for the particular photos. And I'll begin the session. When you look at my topic, you can find out optimizing mental health. What is the meaning of optimization? And when it comes to that, when you refer any standard dictionaries, we can find that make a best of or most effective use of the situation or resources. For example, in front of me something is there. How I can use the particular resource for my personal or academic, whatever it may be. If I take any work, how I can use the particular thing. For example, we can take that Google Slides. Many of you may be aware about that, how effectively we can use that. And that is called optimization. Make out of the best in the existing thing. That we can say optimization. And the next important key term in my presentation, we can find out that mental health. Okay. There are many ways we can understand that. This is the definition given by World Health Organization. They said that positive mental health in a person and good mental health in a person, it will help the person to realize their full potential. For example, the person is mentally healthy. That means they know his or her potential thoroughly. Yes, this I can do and this I cannot do. That understanding we can able to find in a person who are mentally healthy person. And second important quality we can find out that every one of us, we are having the stress, anxiety, and depression. And these people, mentally healthy people, they have the coping mechanism. They can able to cope the stresses they are experiencing in their day-to-day life. So that's the second quality we can find out. And third one is, whatever the work if they taken up, they will be more productive in nature. If it is an academic, they will be more productive. If it is an work and occupation, they will do better. That means the person's mental health is good. For example, the person is not good at his mental health component, and he cannot show the fullest involvement. He cannot concentrate on the work what he has done, so he cannot be able to give the output of maximum productivity. That's why it is very important for if you want to make an organization to have more effective outcomes, and we have to ensure the mental health. And final and important thing is that this healthy healthy mental health people make meaningful contribution to the community. And during this pandemic time, there are many people volunteering for creating awareness, and some people they are volunteering for supporting the government initiative. And if you are mentally healthy person, you will do that. So that is a point highlighted by World Health Organization. One is they realize their own potential. They cope with that stress in their life, and they work productively and make meaningful contribution to the community. These are four things you can check yourself, and when you clear these things, you can come to know that your mental health is good. And now I'm going to talk about a few myths and facts. The first myth is about mental health problem does not affect me. Many people think that I am a strong person, it will not affect me. What studies are saying that mental health problems are actually very common, and many people they are not coming forward because of that stigma. It is there persisting still now in many of the society and culture. But practically, every one of us we are having that we are experiencing mental health problem once in our lifetime. Give me a minute. Sorry for the technical glitches. So one of the study it is saying that 1 in 5 children are having that mental health problem. 1 in 5 adults experiencing mental health issues. And 1 in 10 young people are experiencing a major depressive disorders. That means that's why when you look at that, the inputs given by World Health Organization, what they said that, and the most depressed country in the world is in India. So that it shows that the many people are experiencing it may be mild or moderate level of depression. And 1 out of 25 people who are living with severe mental health problems such as bipolar disorder, mood swings, major depression, and schizophrenia. See, these many cases are there, and no one can say that no, it will not affect me. And the second myth is that children don't experience any kind of mental health problem. No, and that is also not correct. The fact is that even very young children may show that the symptoms of mental health concerns, mental health problems. What are they? Um, um, Most of the mental health problem what we are facing right now, and those problems were recorded. The symptoms we can see in a person less than 14 years old. The person turned into 14 years. Before that, we can able to see most of the symptoms in that children. And when we, among the people who are having that mental health problem, less than 20% of people are adolescents. They diagnostic with mental health, they are getting the treatment for what kind of problem they are facing. That means emotional trauma, sexual abuse, physical abuse. For that, they are getting professional services, professional support for their problem. Less than 20%. Remaining 80% of people are not coming forward to take up that professional support. That leads severe mental health problem at later stages. And third myth is that people with mental health problem are violent and unpredictable. No, the studies are very clear in that component. Not all the people are not harmful, and only very less percentage, 3% of people are more harmful in nature. And one more thing we can see, there is another myth is that there is no hope for the people with mental health problems. For example, in a person who got a mental health problem, once a friend or family members develop mental health problem, that person will not recover from that mental health problem. That kind of myth still it is persistent in almost all the culture and community. But what studies are saying that when we provide appropriate mental health strategies, appropriate mental health technique, we can able to recover the person from that. Completely we can recover from the problem. I can give one of the example. As per my knowledge, in Madurai, M. Chellamuthi Institute of Mental Health, they are doing amazing work here. And I know there are rehabilitation center alone 400 bedded place at Alargoil, where the recovered patients were ensured to have that upskilling their existing skills, and they are providing training to them. They are completely recovered. And the people who are recovered are working in the same organization as a volunteer, and they are earning money for the work what they are doing. So that means we can able to make completely recover any kind of mental health problem. And another myth is that therapy and self-help group are waste of time. Some people, no, don't go there. They will speak and they will collect money. So this kind of statement you may hear from the people, and why don't you take just go and take the pill? But actually, talk therapy is an effective one that helps a person who are taking the medication. Along with medication, if they take therapy, they can easily recover from the problem. Okay. And another myth is that I can't do anything for the person with mental health problem. Many people will say that I can see that there are many people in the street are wandering with mental health problem. I can't do anything. For such a case, what you can do that we can, if you come to know that the person, just inform to that the particular government divisions. There are many social justice departments are there. There you can inform them that particular person who need a mental support, and they will take care of things. And if you are lend your hands for volunteering support for the basic needs, or you can have to provide a skill training. Yes, you can come forward and then you can do that, and you can share your learnings about that mental health problem and help the person to take the treatment for the problems. So these are the initiatives you can take when you come to know that some persons are having the problem. And another myth is that prevention does not work. It is impossible to prevent the mental illnesses. No, it is another wrong myth we are holding in our mind. Prevention is also possible. I think we all know that a common statement that prevention is better than cure. And here, when we take appropriate measures, we can be able to prevent that mental health problem also. So when we ensure that better mental health problem, what kind of benefit we can able to get? High overall productivity among the higher productivity we can able to find. It may be an academic or it may be an occupation, better education outcomes, low crime rates in the community, the stronger economy will be in the country, lower health and related cost we spend for that, and improved quality of life, increased lifespan, and improved family life. So these are the benefits out of that. When we take appropriate measures to prevent that mental health problem, there are many benefits out of there. When we know these benefits, then we will move forward to take up things. And here I'm going to tell you that common signs and symptoms of mental health problem. So what are the common problem we can see in a person who are having mental health problem? One is eating and sleeping problem is very common. They may eat excessively or they may eat very less. And they may sleep for excessive time or they may sleep for less time. So these are the symptoms we can see in the person. That means the person having a mental health problem. You can check these symptoms, and if it is there more than 60%, you can assume that the person are having that mental health problem. You can check yourself. If it is less than 50%, it is a normal one. You can able to cope up that, and the person isolate them from other members in the society. They will not come forward and talk with other members, and they will not make any new connections, and we can find low energy in the persons, and they will not have any energy for any kind of activity. They're feeling numb, hopelessness. We can find out just a stone like experience. When you look at the person, they're like hopeless, and they have that unexplained pain and ages, and they forget more frequently, and they will be there in the state of confusion most of the time, and they will show anger and irritability very frequently, and they hold that negative thought. In most of the time, when they think about anything, most of the time they have the negative thought process only, inability to perform the daily task. And the earlier before they can able to particular thing, but once their mental health is having the problem and they cannot able to do the better thing, and taking self, and they thinking about the self-harm activities. They will not eat, as I said, the self-harm activities, social thoughts will be very more, and they depend on negative coping mechanism. What is negative coping mechanism? Smoking, and today is on the tobacco-free day. They depend on smoking or drug addict and alcohol addiction. They depend on that. They believe that that will help them, but most of the studies were come up with the finding that the beginning state, the person may have the pseudo understanding that that may relieve the pain of the person, but fortunately, they may not aware about that. The ripple effect of that particular thing will make a huge problem in that person. So we have to be very careful. Instead of going for negative coping mechanism, we have to inform the person to go for a positive coping mechanism like yoga and meditation, other components, and mood swings. Mood swings are very common. Sometimes they will be very happy, sometimes they will be very low. And when you look at that, I given that these are the 12 symptoms I given here. And when you check yourself, when you have more than 6 signs and symptoms in you or a person who known to you, that means that person having that mental health problem and they need a social support. It doesn't mean that they immediately have to go and meet the psychiatrist and get the pill. No, they can interact with the other members. They can ensure that how they can overcome these problems, and that message I have to take up. And now, and another quickly, I will come up with that. There are many strategies are there to taking care of our mental health. What are the strategies we can adapt? Are you all interested to know about that strategies of improving your mental health? If yes, put yes in the chat box. Click. Are you interested, really interested to know the different strategies for improving your mental health or optimizing mental health? Yes, yes, very good. Only 5 or 6 members. Yes, it's running. The chart is very good. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, we will move on to that the ways for optimizing mental health. The one is the first important thing you have to understand that connecting with other members, connecting with other members, and even though in the lockdown period, and there are many social applications are there, social networks are there, you can use those things for connecting with other members. And there is a question why I have to connect with other members, how it is related to that optimizing my mental health. As I said, so one of the important signs we can find in a person who are having that poor mental health is they isolate themselves from others. And here, when they have the more connection, just imagine that there are 5 members in a group, and one person having that more energy. That energy will ripple in that group members, and all the person got into that positivity. I hope you all agree with me there. And if you are sad, if you worry about something, the other members will ask them and console you and ask you to vent out your problem. When you do so and you feel relaxed, so the first strategy is connect with other members. When you feel low, and you can try to find a good friend. And here another one more thing you have to keep in our mind. When we are connecting with persons, there are 2 types of people in our society. One is positive person and another one is negative persons. The positive person, whenever you meet them, they will motivate you and make you to understand them. A negative person, he will degrade and demotivate you. And you all know that the person who is positively motivating and who is negatively motivating, we know that by experience, you try to connect with the people with that positive energy, positive experience people. Okay. And then second, again, the positive word. Staying positive is another important thing that will help us. I will give an example why we should be positive and how that will help us to have the better mental health. Just imagine that there are 2 persons, they visited Kodaikanal, okay, the hill station. And one person who enjoys a lot that place. And another person also enjoyed, but the level of intensity of enjoying the place is very low. Both the persons were in the same place, but their experiences are different. The reason is the first person who given much importance to the positive components. The second person may given that, okay, I spend this much money and he may have some problems. So he think about the negative component. That's why he cannot be able to enjoy when compared to the first person. When you look at the 2 persons, there are 2 type of people out there. One people, they look at that all the positivities. Okay, and another people, they find out only the negative components. And that's why we have to train the kid from that beginning itself, make them to ensure that focus on the positive side, like Anna Paravai. It is a bird that when you mix water in that milk, it will take only the milk, not water. So such a way, we have to train all the people to focus only on the positivity, and that will lead many things. For example, in a COVID time, the person who are having more focus on the negativity and the person who are focusing on the positivity, there is a lot of changes we can see from the face itself. And third important thing, getting physically active. Why we have to be engaging physically active? The reason is when we engage physically active for at least 30 minutes, that will help us to secrete a hormone called endorphin. It is a natural hormone that will help us to resilient that pain. We can have the tolerance level, high level of tolerance level for the pain. So when you have the pain, you can able to tolerate. That's why you have to engage yourself And when you are doing the exercise, naturally you are stimulating that secretion of endorphin, that is one of the neurotransmitter needed for your pain tolerance. It may be an emotional pain, it may be an cognitive pain, it may be an physical pain. That is very, very important. And uh, to ensure your better mental health, talk about that, your thought, what kind of thought you are having. Just imagine that you are in a room which is very close and there is no aeration. You cannot be able to get air inside or outside. So what kind of experience will have? Will feel more suffocated, am I right? So when we do the same thing, when we are having all the unwanted thought and negative thoughts in our mind, and that will be suffocating and that leads to mental health problem. Instead of that thing holding in our mind, we can share to somebody else. You can talk your thought to somebody else. You can say that I'm having the reason the past 2 or 3 days I'm having only negative thoughts. When you share them, the person may not be expertise in that field, but he will help you to that. Okay, I had done these kind of things. I taken this trial and error. This helped me. You can also try. So we'll get a support system when we have the problem. When we share our feeling to somebody else, we feel more relaxed. We feel more relaxed. So we can talk about the thought, maybe a negative or positive. Helping others, very important. When you are close with other members, oxidation will be secreted. When you helping others, serotonin level will be increased. Is another neurotransmitter which is highly responsible for our happiness. When you decided to become happy, looking for happiness, help other members. Help other members. When you do the help, and not only you'll get on happy in your daily experiences, but also you feel that the meaning in your life. Yes, I'm the man, I'm helping others. So try to help others. That is very important for your mental health. The next strategy is on adequate sleep. Getting enough sleep is very, very important. And nowadays, most of the mental health practitioners, the first question they ask from the client is that, do you have the proper sleep pattern, sleep hygienic practices? If not, then that is the first reason for your mental health problem. See, if you are having fear about something, something is ruminating your mind, you cannot be able to sleep. The thought will come and it will not allow you to sleep. In such cases, we can focus on that. The better hygienic sleep hygienic practices are there. For example, oral hygienic practices. I think you all know that. Likewise, sleep hygienic practices are there. You have to follow for that and develop coping skills. There are many coping skills are there. What is coping skills? As I said, when you have the skill, you can able to manage the problem in your life. You can able to take the right decision in your life. So develop a coping skills that will when you learn new skills. When you learn new skills, your neurogenesis will happen. Your brain will be more activated, and that also helps to have the clarity in your thought, and you can make the right decisions, and that will directly or indirectly help to maintain a better mental health. And next one is we have to keep in our mind, we are not uh, uh, always have the solution for all the problem what you're having. Sometimes we need an professional support. So what you can do that, you can get a find out that now I can say that 104 is an tele counseling center from the government of Tamil Nadu. When you make a call, it is a toll-free number, and you can get access for your medical. If you have any doubt about the medical component, and they will clarify. If you have that mental problem also, you can get a solution through telephonically. And like what you had on what kind of negative thoughts you had, same kind of thing you have to talk about the feelings. We human beings are having the two kinds of feeling. One is a positive feeling, and another one is negative feeling. Okay, so when you had the negative feelings, and if you are repressing it and you are not releasing it, and most of that mental health, severe mental health problem are the root cause. When we trace out the root cause of that particular severe mental health problem, the person's the emotional distress, emotional dramatic experiences which were suppressed by the person in their early experiences. At one point of like a balloon, when you blow the balloon, at one point of time it will burst out. Likewise, when you repress and suppress almost all your negative feelings, and one point of it will burst out, and that is the severe level. And don't make yourself to the particular category, severe mental problem person. And that's why wherever is possible, You find the right person to talk to somebody else. It may be a close friend, or it may be sometime you may not have that assurance that the person may not maintain the secret. What you can do that you can go to the temple and you can share your experience to that goddess. And sound mind in a sound body, I think there are many presentations itself we add in our session. When you have the better mental health, we must be healthy in our body also. For that, we need the appropriate food item, eat healthy food items. And most of the people, they are continuously work. They may not give priority to their own self. And I still remember there is one Vallalar, I think so. Many people are, almost all the philosophers, religious leaders, they said that the one thing who is always with you, that's your body. To take care of your body, you have to give the break, the work what you are doing. If you are continuously doing that, at one point of time it will stretches and you cannot have unbearable stress that will cause a lot of problem. So you can take 20 minutes break. When you are working in front of the computer, we are saying that 20, 20, 20. That means first 20 minutes and give the 2 minutes break and again 20 minutes, 2 minutes break, again 20 minutes. This is the way we have to go for that. Just you can do at least stretching or breathing, whatever it may be. Take a break. It's very important for your mental health. And one thing, what we think that we will become. What you do, that what you're thinking about. Your behavior is an outcome of your thought. So try to do some good things. And in the vice versa, also we can able to make. When you do good thing, your mind will believe that the person is a good person and that you feel that everything is connected. So do good thing for the society, and this is the right time. There are many people are seeking financial support. If we can able to do that, we can do. Or else, if you can lend your knowledge or skill to the other members, if they need it, you can provide a training to them and do something good at your free times. Okay, and another strategy you can adopt for optimizing your mental health: accept who you are. You know that strength and weaknesses. Accept that there are certain things you cannot able to make change. And if you think about those things, and for example, you are having the control about yourself. You cannot have the control of other members. If they give the wrong words, you are not having any control. You have to accept that, okay, that is not my problem, and just don't take any kind of such a negative things from other members. Amazing technique as I can say gratitude. You can write a gratitude letter to somebody else. You can write a gratitude of your achievements, what you have made. Gratitude journals. I would like to quote here the research which was carried out by most of the time I used to say her, Barbara Fredrickson, and she has done a research on 30 years on positive emotions as well as negative emotions. In that, what she said that among the positive emotions, there are 10 core positive emotions she listed out. All the 10 core emotions, the mother of all the positive emotions is gratitude. What is gratitude? Gratitude is not only say thanks to the person who received help from other members, not only thanking the members, but also recognizing good thing in yourself. You can, oh, I'm good at these things. And acknowledging and appreciating others' qualities. If someone is looking good, you can say that you are looking good. And in the way in which what you have done is amazing. Appreciate other members. That also comes under gratitude. You practice gratitude. It is very, very important quality we need to develop. And nature walk. And yesterday, when you were there in that group, I said that activities we can use it. Nature walk. How the nature walk will help the person have the better mental health. And there are studies were proven that the person who are close to nature are having better mental health. And they are free from anxiety and stress. And we had a dedicated session on nature and wellness. And the person who are close with nature are they are reduced anxiety and stress, and they are having that clarity in their thought process, and they have the positive energy, positive emotions in their daily experiences. So these many benefits are there wherever is possible. And nowadays, I think finding green is very difficult. And if you are in a place with more greens, and you can do that. If not, you can have that greens in your place. Try to have the home garden. Self-confidence. Self-confidence and self-esteem are very important. And the people with low self-confidence are more vulnerable to become a mentally weak health. So that's why When you want to be sound in your mental health component, you see that as a strong person, the person confident about himself, and they have the better mental health. To develop that mental health, self-confidence through mental health, and mental health through self-confidence, and be creative. When you are creative, when you do some kind of creative activities and you are making new connections, in our brain there are two kind of cells are there. It's not about that neurons, other thing. Grid cells and space cells. It's like a cube-like structure. Grid cells and space cells, and these will form in your brain communication when you do the creative activities, and that is the thing that gives energy to the person, more optimum use of your brain. So be creative in activities that when you are involved in the creative activity, most of the time the people are more focused and concentrated, and that the people are very clear in the thought process that mental health will be good. If you have not done so, you can take any one of the creative activities. And if you are not so your love to somebody else in your family or your friend circle, what you can do that, say how much you are loving that person. You can write a letter to them, or you can make a call to them and then say, I love this much. Why? Say the reason for that. And that will make them, they realize that, okay, you are supporting. The same way you can get from other members also. If the person are not revealing, you can ask them how much you are loving and what are the things you like it. You open up, and that will also help you to engage yourself with other members, and you can understand other members also. And there is one more thing. There is a greater agony is that untold stories. The person who are holding it. So here I would like to quote that Sigmund Freud first classical case study. When first Annao is the person who had a problem, severe migraine, and she cannot able to move a certain body part, and she is not able to speak also, and she was went to many physicians and they taken almost A to Z testing, and they said that everything is all right. But she's had this kind of problem. Once she went to that Sigmund Freud, and he told that you are having that some traumatic experiences. Just bring that traumatic experience will be there in your unconscious mind. Just bring it to that conscious mind. When you make that, how you can make that conscious mind? When you talk about the traumatic experiences, when you talk about the distress you experience in your life, that is the way you can bring that thing into the conscious mind. So don't hide anything. Just reveal to somebody else. And if you feel that certain thing you cannot to share to anybody else, when you look at that, most of the counselors, the first ethical procedure is that whatever you say to the person, they should not reveal to anybody else. Very, very important quality they have to maintain, and that is a consent they have to get it from the client. So they have to give the assurance, I will not share whatever the information you shared with me. So when you ensure that, they will come up with it. When you open up and when you surface that unconscious traumatic experiences to conscious mind, and they free from that, and the Annao had she come out from her problem, and that's why the talk therapy is an amazing thing. When you listen from them, one more thing, when they talk about their problem, as a person, when you listen them, don't interfere, and you cannot add on your input. Just leave them to listen from their world, and take a time to laugh. Yes, it is very important. Happy hormones will be secreted when you laugh. If you are not laugh, you can fake to laugh. When the physically, as I said, the connections are there. When you physically fake your laugh, that will give in that instruction to your brain. Okay, this man is laughing and he is happy, and that hormone will be secreted, connected hormone. And the people with poor mental health problem, we can find out that they are not having that optimum level of neurotransmitter in the brain. That is the reason they feel depressed. Sometimes when you feel very low, it is because that particular neurotransmitter level is low in your brain. So when you laugh that, and it will, okay, this person is happy, then it will go up, and it will reach the optimum level, and you can balance your mental health. And another thing, the best strategy during this time, there are mental health problem. The primary cause for the many of the mental health problem what we are encountering now is connected with the present environment, like current, telephone, laptop, and these things. In a day, you can find in a day, I'm not saying that 10 hours or 8 hours. In a day, 1 hour, you can get rid of these things. Maybe don't keep any kind of electronic artist near to you. Stay away from that. Once in a week, once in a month, stay away from these things. You can go to the villages, you can go to the hill station, make a walk. and that will tune your circadian rhythm, and you can reset your biological clock. And that is very, very needed. And some people will say that I'm not getting sleep in that early morning before 11. It is because these gadgets, when we have that more exposure to blue light, and we have the problem of getting into sleep, and the melatonin will not be secreted. When the melatonin is not secreted, and you'll have the problem. And if you are good at dance, and if you don't want to show your dance to anybody else, Arangetram, you don't want to make an Arangetram, what you can do that? When you do your home chores, you can do the dancing by yourself there itself. When you're cleaning, you can do the dance. And if you have the difficulty in dance, and I used to say the two persons, one is Rajinikanth, another one is Bhakyaraj. You can play any songs of these two persons, and easily you can dance. Very, very easily you can dance. And if you find, if you agree with me, and later you can say, yes, we found that it is useful for you. And breathing exercise. Why we have to do that breathing exercise? As we all know that when we have that adequate level of oxygen, I think the importance of oxygen is known to many people recent times only. Recent times only. And the early day, they used to cut almost all the greens in the near, they want to clear and everything wanted to know. I still remember I used to go to my institute from my home. It is on 4 to 5 kilometers. Earlier, there are more green trees were there, and there are the private the builders, what they have, they cut everything. But now they are suffering a lot. We are not having that adequate access. What is the problem? The people who are no more during this pandemic period, they are not having adequate access. And when we do the breathing exercises, our brain will be very cool. When you cool your brain, and that can maintain better mental health. At least once in a month, once in a week, you have to take an oil bath. And so that will cool your body, and that is needed. Don't take oil bath when winter and rainy season. Don't do that. Hot summer and the heat level is increasing. During that time, we can go for oil bath. And when you feel that something are irritating or something that make you uncomfortable, even me or you may also have such experiences, and that may not be revealed to anybody else. You can write those experiences in a paper. For example, you are working in an organization or in a relationship, the person is hurting you, and you are not able to say to that person, you can write those things. You can write those things, and you can tear off and put it in the dustbin, or else you can burn it. So when you put it these things, and then you are not keeping it in your mind, you are rewiring it. And when you are putting in the board, and it says that, okay, it is went in that paper, and then you can leave it. So when I can give best example for that, why it is helpful. Before smartphones are come into use by most of the people, we used to remember almost 100 numbers. I still remember when I was doing my PG, I can remember 100 numbers, mobile phone numbers. But when I entering into that, when the phones are come with which I can state 10 numbers, I can able to remember the numbers of remembering all the numbers that comes down. At present, sometimes I may not remember what is my phone number. So if I want to know my phone number, I will ask other person number, and then I will call them, and then I'll ask them what is my phone number. So see, when we do these things, when we write up, when we enter something else in the mobile phone, when we type your number, you feel that, okay, it is there, and you need not to keep in your mind. The same thing when you write it in the paper and put it them, okay, it is there, and need not to bother about it. So that is an effective strategy you can use for your better mental health. And there are many people who are suggested that spending some time with pet animals. So that leads, you can get unconditional love from those animals, and you feel more comfortable. Practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness, I think, nothing but old wine in a new bottle. Be the moment. In even gestalt psychology also insisted this mindfulness. Be in the present. Don't think about the future or think about the past. Be here. Do one activity at a time. If you do something, if you are listening this webinar, you can listen only these things. Any other things are just put aside. And even though the current competitive world may expect a multitasking person, when you tune yourself for mindfulness, and you'll be more productive, and your health will be very good. Even physical, mental, or emotional health will be very good. And explore in your town and city. If you plan to your area, and many people think that I know everything. I'm from Madurai. I can say that there are many areas in Madurai itself I'm not unexplored. Unexplored areas are more in numbers. So this is the time after lockdown, not during the lockdown, you cannot explore that. When you are free, when the lockdowns are over, don't be there in front of the devices. You can close at least 2 hours. You can spend it for exploring your area, the nearby area. You can go and 30 minutes or 40 minutes of time and then explore and then come back. That is also good for that. And another study are saying that for optimizing our mental health, as I said, there is a connection is there, your behavior and your mind. Okay. When you change your behavior, that will change your mind. When you have that scattered, confused thought in your mind, what you can do that you can arrange things in your place. You can arrange things in a systematically, and that will make you okay. Everything in the mind also will be arranged, and you can see you won't any confusion at all. As I said, the confused mind will be very common among the people who are having the poor mental health. And when you do this behavioral component, that proportionate to your cognitive component also, and you will not having any problem at all. And practice forgiveness. Forgiveness. Yesterday also we talked about that. When we hold that negative thing, when you hold that fire in your hand, what will happen? It will hurt you. But when you leave it, it will not hurt you. Okay. Forgive when somebody was done something wrong. Don't hold grudge about that person. Just leave it. Just leave it. And when you do so, you are not helping that person, you are helping yourself. So if you are not done forgiving yourself now, and it is the right time, you can have the practice forgiveness. There are many ways you can do the forgiveness practices, and do any one of the things. And smile is a laugh and smile are very important for your better health. At least 1% you have to take care of it. And here studies are saying that when we express gratitude, okay, the happiness level will be increased to 25%. Actually, you can write a small note. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Write it in the note, and do something for your family and friends. What are the things you can do by all the members? You can play a game, indoor games, and you can chat with the other members. And recently, I got an input from my friend. She's there in Bangalore, and she introduced me club something. There is a club organization. Something is there in the group where you can find out there are a group of people are discussing, and when you go there, you can listen to them. When you want to speak, you can raise your hand, you can speak. And it's a very new experience for me, and you can do with your friends, and don't feel that you are alone at home, and you can use such an opportunity, such a platform for engaging yourself. And we had on one of the sessions on our webinar series very recently. Come out from your comfort zone. Okay. Where you can, when you do the explore, when you do something outside our thing, and we can have that better thing, and that will ensure mental health is a new experiences will make new connections, and new connections will focus on better mental health. And take a walk. In the beginning, I said the exercise and other thing. 30 minutes or go for a walk in nature. And as I said, if you are not having the nature, and you can take that, go to your kitchen and can find out that cereal and put it in a, take a sand and then cultivate yourself and see the greens. See the greens. And you can make a walk in your terrace or in your nearby area. It is an open area, you can go walk. Surround yourself with the good people, as I said, positive people. It is very important when we focus on the most positive people, and they will not, for example, one person is more poisonous, and we think about that person only. Okay, and we will not think about all the 9%. One rotten tomato is there, and all the 9 tomato will be spoiled. So you have try to surround the good people in your life. Sometimes you may say that my husband and wife are another thing. What I can do that. If you are not able to change them, you can change your mind. Okay, this is the area, and we have to realize that here we have to change it. You have to adapt yourself. You cannot have the control over others, but you are having the control over yourself. If you are not able to control on yourself, how you can control others? No way at all. And volunteers, when you do the volunteering, the people's self-esteem level will be very high, very high. and set a realistic goal in your life. Don't set unrealistic goals. And when you set that, when you are not meeting your goal and you feel very bad about it, that bad feeling leads you poor mental health. And sometime once in a month, we can break the monotony. That's why you can see the people who going for regular work, and Sunday they will wake up in late time. So such a practice you can hold it, and that also helps. And avoid alcohol and drugs. These are the negative coping mechanisms. In the beginning itself, as I said, in the beginning days, we may feel more comfortable, and later stage that creates more trouble to the person. Not only that particular person, mental health, physical health, emotional health, and all the family members will also suffer a lot. And um, when you feel that certain time you cannot able to feel comfortable, and your inner voice will say that go and seek a help from others. Don't close or hide your longing for help. Go and ask them, I need a help from you. Can you able to do that? I still remember many of my friends are known to me. If they want to get some help for Google presentation, they will ask me. And develop a sense of meaning and life and purpose in your life. I think I'm here for the particular purpose that you have to create. And these inputs are outcome of the existential and logotherapy. When Viktor Frankl was put it in a concentration center, where he knows that he will not be alive, any day he may die. Any day he may die from the Nazis. And fortunately, he was alive. And when he came out from that, what kind of thought he had, he wrote that book, Learn, Search for Life. And he insisted that finding meaning and purpose in your life is very important. When you do so, and your health vendor will be good, and engage yourself in different hobbies. Different hobbies, as I said, like mindfulness. Do one activity at one time, because our brain was wired in a way we can focus on only one activity at a time. And open up to someone in your family members. And if they are not available, you can find a friend from outside. Learn new skills. Neurogenesis will happen that will help you to have a better mental health and give to other members. When you have something you can able to afford to somebody else, do that. So when you give something and your self-esteem will be high, I done for that. And that person, when he was asking, I have done for that. And that feeling alone, integrity will make you more integrity and you feel more better. I hope I given more inputs, and these were the sources I collected, referred for my presentation. Thank you so much for your support. If you have any inputs, additional inputs, if you have any questions, and genuine feedback are welcome. I will make you unmute yourself. Thank you so much for supporting all my initiatives. Thank you. Thank you, Abis.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, there are many people are typing their answers. Thank you only. And if you want to give that positive feedback or anything I need to change in your presentation, you can also come. But I can read the names. Some of them are here. I think the numbers are going up. Pooja Devi, Soumya, Meenakshi, and
all the best for your wonderful presentation, sir.
thank you, ma'am.
Sir, always you insist gratitude is mother of all the positive emotions. But
Yes,
if we are more gratitude to others, they take more advantage on us. If you are more compassion on others, definitely they take more advantage.
okay.
And also they abuse us, and or unknowingly we are misused by others. How to
Yes.
prevent this, sir?
Ma'am, it is a lovely questions, and it is very common. And once we cheated by other members, it's okay. And when you show your love to other members, okay. Second time when we do for that, that means mistake is from ourselves. As I said, when you have the networking, when you have the friend circle, find out those people. And for example, I'll give one more example. There are two persons are there. If the person is more grateful and he expresses gratitude, and another person is not doing so, and next time when I try to help the person, I'm having the opportunity, I will help the person express gratitude. So you also keep these things when you make them to realize that I will do thing for the people who are giving the gratitude, not other members. That we have to make it. And one more thing, altruistic behavior is another positive quality. That means they will not discriminate anything. Even the person who are supporting or not supporting, they will do grateful and acknowledge the good qualities. You can be one of the person. Nothing wrong in it. That is good for us, and your self-esteem will be good. Even the person who have done a harm to me, I have done good for the person, and that pride will be there, and that will be you feel more comfortable, not about that particular person.
இன்னா செய்தாரே ஒருத்தல் அவர் நானும் நன்னயம் செய்துவிட.
Amazing. Yes. Yes. And I can see that Muthu sir. Yes.
Hi sir, this is Kalpana.
Yes.
I want to ask a question. Many people, to safeguard themselves, to keep them mentally healthy, they are taking medications without even consultation for sleeping and other things. What is your suggestion for this, sir?
See, as I said, when they feel comfortable and they are taking medicine without the physician support, I can say it is wrong, because they may not ensure that what kind of medicine they are taking and what kind of side effect that will make in the later stages. It's better they can consult with a physician. That is very important. Taking self-medication is harmful. And if they are going for natural way of healing and anything that will not go inside, and they can go for it. And my suggestion would be, must they have to consult with at least one person. If they feel that they cannot afford, as I said, there are many government organizations, they are having telemedicine center. I am aware that in Madurai itself, in the Rajaji Hospital as well as Madurai Corporation, there is a telemedicine center is there, where there are nearly 12 to 15 doctors are spending time, and they are making call to the person, and if they have any problem, and they are advising over a phone. I still remember a doctor, MD qualified, and she's making, Dr. Bhuvaneshwari, every day she's making 150 calls, and she's an ideal role model to the volunteers. Yes, nothing wrong in getting help from others. And these kind of people are there. We have to create an awareness to those people. When you are not seeking professional help, what kind of impact it will have? Negative impact. When they are aware about it, definitely they will not do those things.
Thank you very much for the session too, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Jodi Arvind sir, the Karunya, and I can see Muthu sir and Muthanandam, Nita Ramachandran, Vinny, Monica, Roshni, Fatima, Sivakumar Subramaniam, Aditya Kashyap, and in name there are it post more than 90 names are there. I couldn't read. With that, I can stop here. If there is no more questions, I request any one of the team members, we can go for what happens. Subhamam, are you there? That sir.
Yes, sir. Subhamam is
Yes,
there.
I am here.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Dr. Suresh. It was a wonderful session. And you have really you have done the justice for the topic, and you have also, I know that you have been into sessions after session like a marathon, and every day you have been pouring of so much of, energy to other people. And God bless you for this wonderful service you are doing. And I really feel that it is very great service at this time, because not everybody has the time for others. You are giving so much of time, quality time, with a lot of good intention, and also spreading without any inhibition. I have seen you were sharing the material to everybody with lot of a positive note. I really feel I'm really blessed and grateful to be associated with you, Suresh. Thank you. And thanks for the wonderful session. To the that is the personal side. This is about the session, and I really enjoyed the slides and as well as the input, and especially the the researchers part, and how the mental health has been could be saved with an effort of everyday life strategies. That was a wonderful one. I really thank you for that. So as a vote of thanks, formal vote of thanks from our bottom of our heart, that we thank you, our gratitude from American College Madurai, and Department of Psychology, and also Medical School of Social Work, and also MS Chellamuthu Rehabilitation Trust, and also with Red Pond and Yellow Pond Academy, and with our TNCCA and TNPCA. All of us are grateful to you for the wonderful session you rendered, and I really thank the participants who have been traveling with us for a quite long time. Now it has been more than 2 years. It's going to strike for, I think we are going to go towards the journey of 2 years. Thank you so much. And it's a kind of an overwhelming feeling because in every day we are having an overdosage of mental well-being. So how can I handle that itself? I am looking for that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you all for your support. We'll meet tomorrow with another topic.